have the pleasure and the distinct privilege to meet and chat with His Excellency Wendell De Landro, High Commissioner of Trinidad and Tobago to Nigeria. Good evening, how are you?
Good evening, Grace. I am fine. Hope you're doing well and keeping safe.
We are looking forward to launch the upcoming Evolución de Parranda, which is a virtual concert coming from the National Parang Association of Trinidad and Tobago in collaboration with Sanch Electronix Limited. And this concert is going to take place Saturday, the 8th of January at 2022 at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. However, for Trinidad, it's going to be at 6 p.m. Your Excellency, tell us about yourself and what you do as it relates to Trinidad and Tobago and the connection to the arts and culture that we share.
Okay, Grace, thank you for inviting me for this interview. One of the things for the cultural aspect of me was that we have an instrument created in the 20th century, the pan, that we have not been pushing fully. I've seen carnivals in China, the pans in Australia and stuff. And to me, that's something that we need to get on the continent. I was invited to the National Arts and Craft Association Festival. This is a Nigerian thing, which was hosted in Nigeria, in Abuja, sorry. And countries all over the world, I mean, Mexico, China, all the different people were there exhibiting their trade, their cloth and stuff like that, and what they were selling in Nigeria. When I was told to attend, I said, what do we do? What do we do? We have in the mission our steel pans there. So we said, okay, we're gonna go and exhibit and show our culture. I took the pan, and fortunately for me, there was a guy, a Nigerian guy, who's a musicologist, plays 18 instruments. His name is Okpe. In fact, he was teaching me to play the pan at my home. So I said, okay, let's take the pan down there and you'll play for them. So they seen a Nigerian playing it. So we took it there, the booth, had the booth, you know, all decorated out and stuff. And we bought Panorama tapes. So we had tapes on the Panorama and the mass, obviously, people came and looked at the booth there. When the children came to the booth and they heard him playing the pan, they were looking all below it to see, where's this music coming from? That first day, when we put on our Panorama tape, people came around and saw the Panorama and everybody, you know, all people jumping up and getting on the pan. And the next day, it was about 3 days. The next day, all the TVs in the festival had our Panorama going on. So my role now is to try to get that going, but not only from putting it in the army, but put it in schools, because there's a big problem, but not a problem, there's an issue of the youth getting involved in the pan. And when I was here for the last carnival in 2020, I saw Bishop's and State High School. They had a pan. My old alma mater, St. Mary's, they have pan side and stuff. And I said, why not put it in schools in Nigeria? Nigeria has, I think it was probably over 50,000 primary schools, over 7,000 secondary schools. Remember, it's a population of 200 million people. Just imagine, I don't want the 36 states to have pan. I'm starting with 5 states. These are the southern states. Imo State, Bayelsa, Akwa Ibom, Rivers, Cross Rivers, which is the home of Calabar. Right now, there's the carnival going on in Calabar that we being the Trinidadian mass people and music, we participate in. Right? I met with the new governor, Professor Ayade, getting the pan to get them to do that in schools. I've invited him down to Trinidad to come and see. I've organized with Despers to give him an hour entertainment so they know what it is there, because the newer people have not heard the pan. They don't know how versatile it is. In fact, I was invited to an award ceremony about 2 weeks ago by the Supremacy magazine in Abuja. And I made it a point of bringing the government in a pan, that is, with Okpe to play Nigeria's national anthem. So and people were amazed in the audience that this instrument is playing this thing there. In addition to which, Okpe brought his dance troupe. So they were playing drums with the pan, incorporating the steel pan in there. And that's a project that myself and my stakeholder, Sanch, is looking at. Drums to steel pan, where the drums came from Africa, but in the diaspora, and the diaspora is bringing back pan to Africa. In addition to that, there's another orchestra like last year, where I gave another steel pan was donated, third day arts and craft, and this was incorporated with African instruments, playing the steelpan within the African instruments there, showing how it can fit in. One of the things I push is that this can be used for the high life music they play, for in church, as we can do here. The funerals are a big thing in Nigeria, whereby it's celebrated. So, and I told them, imagine having a steel pan orchestra playing at your funeral. This is gonna, off the chart. Besides which now, is not only just having the culture, but it's a business in that we looking at 16 pieces ensembles to go to the schools. And I'm targeting the international schools first, and then the other primary schools through the governors, where they have the wherewithal, the budget and stuff to buy the ensembles and get them going there. The ensembles will be standardized, whereby my vision is to see it in the different states, where the schools in the states will compete. Just, we know Panorama and all the implications of Panorama, but something similar for the schools there, where you get the best school in the state. And those states will now come to Abuja and compete for the best in Nigeria. With the same, well, one ensemble, you don't have to transport it as we do in Trinidad. So the same ensemble, because it's standardized, will be used to just come and play on the same set. So this is something that I'm working on strongly. I have been supported by my minister, Minister Amy Brown. I told him about it earlier this year. He said, well, I'll support you on that. I'm trying to get some sponsorship. From the film perspective, I was invited to a film festival earlier this year in Lagos, where 2 Trinidad films were presented, right? One was Mighty and His Son, and the other one was Art Connect. These were well received by the film industry. And just to quote here that Nollywood is the 3rd largest film industry in the world. It's Hollywood, Bollywood, or vice versa. They compete for the first, and then Nollywood. This is something now that we are pushing now to get Nollywood content on Film TT, to get that content on our TV stations, TTT and stuff like that, which will help with it there, to get Nollywood to come and do their sets in Trinidad, yes, and to play steel band music as a score for the film. This was done for Trading Places and different other films all over the world. So we can now see that now and get that going as something that we in Trinidad, the diaspora, is giving back to Nigeria, to the continent, the motherland. So those are things that excite me, and I'm getting help from a lot of stakeholders, the Pan Schools Council, okay, with Stacey Alcantara and her group. I'm talking to Sanch, his group, Karen and those people there. I also got some help from UTT, Professor Mbe, Dr. Mia Gormandi. We've had meetings, and yes, High Commissioner, we like what you're doing. So I feel empowered a bit to push this on the continent, to get us in the right position. And I mentioned before, this is commercial because I'm telling the governors that, listen, not only will your youth be able to play and learn an instrument, but they can use that as a livelihood by now having small ensembles to play in the hotels all over Nigeria, to play in their churches, to have the community bands, and to make money out of it. Not just, playing. We're also looking at trying to have them manufacture in Nigeria, because Trinidad, as small as it is here, if it takes off, as I mentioned, 50,000 schools and stuff like that, we can't produce enough. It takes a day right now to press a pan, imagine. So again, we're talking to some, there's a patent out where you can do one in 20 minutes to get that, to see that a factory can be established, either in Trinidad first or in Nigeria, to produce it now to satisfy the market that will be created by this initiative. What can happen with this instrument there? And it's good to be on this platform to say it, because Parang is a Jubilee for Parang. We will have the Jubilee for Pan coming up just now, whereby we can say the celebration for bringing the pan to Nigeria so long, and now we're showing it in the forefront. So this is something that, for my tenure at least, I want to leave that as a legacy for Trinidad and Tobago in Nigeria.
I think you've truly given a very illustrious demonstration of what the Trinidad and Tobago representatives are doing in their world actions. Your Excellency, thank you again. I wish you a very good.
Thank you.
Have a happy holiday and keep celebrating us wherever you go.
I definitely will. And happy holiday to you too. Enjoy the season.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.